Ohio. Ohio in Japanese means good morning, nor is the manner in which it is said or the way in which these sliding doors open left to sheer chance. A rigid code of etiquette prescribes every movement. Meantime, the lady of the house is dressing for the day, though her elaborate coiffure is being arranged for at least a week, possibly more. Japanese women bestow lavish care on their hair, requiring a professional hairdresser every 4, 8, or 12 days. Not only is the process expensive, but it is long and wearisome. It costs not less than $1 and as much as $10, and takes at least 2 hours each time it is done. Nor does the tedium end there. The hair must not be disturbed at night, so instead of pillows, the women rest their heads, or rather their necks, on small wooden stands about 6 inches high. To do it, either they sleep like babes, untroubled and serene, or else they have elastic spines. I tried it once, but dreamt during the night that I was decapitated, and awoke to find my head under the mattress. With the aid of papier-mâché rolls and quantities of pomade, this black glossy piece of art gradually takes form. The pomade is used to stiffen and straighten the hair, for a wave or a ripple therein is as distressing to a Japanese maiden as the lack of it is to one of Anglo-Saxon origin. Though this large and artistic headdress suits the pretty face of the Japanese girl admirably, the European modes are replacing it more and more. Soon, no doubt, it will be quite impossible to judge from the dressing of a girl's hair as to her position in society. Formerly, young girls liked to build their hair high up in front and to shape it like a butterfly behind, while the more elegant ones preferred to dress the back hair in the form of half a fan, and married women wore theirs like a waterfall. But even the geisha, those charming entertainers of Japan, are changing. Instead of applying her powder with rice paper, as of yore, she now uses a Parisian compact. Her hair is done differently from that of the housewife's, with a chrysanthemum in it, symbolic of the fact that she is mistress of all the seductive arts, though seduction is not necessarily her trade. None of these girls is yet 16, but all of them have been trained since they were 7 to be singers, dancers, musicians, even waitresses, and to know the etiquette of serving and entertaining guests. They wear bright, many-flowered kimonos, and gaitas, the clog-like wooden shoes that give them their clumsy, stumbling walk. However, they are celebrated for their courtesy, beauty, and grace, and for their taste in dress. Their managers, usually the proprietors of the geisha training schools, let them out by the day or evening to tea houses, hotels, clubs, or private homes, where, if they be popular, they command a good and prove a delightful addition to any program of enjoyment. Geisha dances are charmingly dainty and modest, with slow, easy, pantomimic, rhythmic movements of the arms and body, usually accompanied by music, utterly devoid of harmony, played by older women, geisha once, who now devote their talents merely to singing and playing the samisen koto and so forth. The dancers need but a few square feet in which to perform, as they artistically maneuver the flowing kimonos and coquettishly flaunt the bright long sleeves. Though the Japanese rarely consider an entertainment complete without geisha, Occidentals usually find them painfully destitute of interest or excitement. 91 miles north of Tokyo, almost 2,000 feet above the sea, situated amid the solemn and impressive grandeur of lofty mountains and the austere charm of a plunging, brawling river, is Nikko, meaning sunny splendor. Spanning the stream is the famous red lacquer bridge, used only on ceremonial occasions when great religious processions ascend this broad avenue of noble cryptomeria to the Ieyasu Shrine at its farther end, where, towering above the entrance, is a symmetrical 5-storied pagoda. and a great granite torii or gateway, on which is inscribed the Japanese proverb, "Don't say Kekko," meaning magnificent, until you have seen Nikko. To that sentiment I heartily subscribe. This pilgrim bears a banner with the characters, "Love Country" thereon, and is followed by scores of others who flow in and out of the shrine daily. The temple is revered not only as the mausoleum of Ieyasu, first and greatest of the Tokugawa shoguns, or military rulers, but as sumptuous evidence of the marvelous skill of the master craftsmen who employed every applied art of the Orient in its construction. On this sacred stable is a carved panel, the best known in the temple, representing the three monkeys, eyes that see no evil, ears that hear only the right, lips that are dumb to scandal, they sit in their silent might, attributed to Confucius, the celebrated Chinese sage. Despite almost daily rains, which produce a luxuriance of vegetation scarcely equaled in the same latitude anywhere, travelers arrive hourly from throughout Japan and the world. All religious pilgrims, before entering the inner sanctuary, stop at a mighty basin of fine gray granite, under a pillared roof where holy water from the mountain cascades is offered for the purification of hands and lips. At the top of yon flight of steps is the celebrated Yomei Mon, the gate where one tarries all day, sculptured with an almost incredible wealth of detail, strikingly barbaric and opulent. In fact, the entire temple area shimmers with an unearthly beauty that rivals that of the Taj Mahal, both of which, oddly enough, were designed contemporaneously in the first half of the 17th century by architects whose identities have been lost. Near the top of this torii, observe the crest of the Tokugawa, a circle enclosing a three-leafed hollyhock, which is also seen on this receptacle for temple donations, in front of the Karamon, or Chinese gate, the entrance to the oratory, wherein is the Holy of Holies. This gate is so called because the design and decorative plan, in the form of dragons, bamboos, plum branches, are Chinese, and because the dark rare woods used in its construction were imported from China. Cameras are not permitted within the Holy of Holies, but even if they were, they could not do its exquisite beauty justice. So we look for other attractions and discover this lovely green bronze dragon fountain, presented by the municipality of a neighboring village to a popular prince, and the goblin lantern, which, according to legend, anciently roamed the countryside after nightfall, terrorizing the inhabitants until one night a valiant bumpkin encountered it, smote it across the dome with his sword, and locked it in this cage. It has never troubled anyone since. As we leave this magic shrine of the great Ieyasu, the soft tones of the temple bell sound in the distance, telling us that Nikko should not be omitted from the itinerary of even the most casual visitor to Japan, for it is one of the world's most glamorous ports of call.